So in this question, we're going to be told that in a geometric pattern, each term is found by multiplying the last term by a certain number. And we're asked, is this pattern below geometric? So we're given the first three terms here. So T1 is 3, T2 is 12, and T3 is going to be 48. And in general, for geometric patterns, the rule that we need to make sure applies is that for any given term Tn, so Tn is just any random term in the pattern, that's the same, going to be the same thing as multiplying the last term by a common ratio of OR. So we can say that Tn is going to be OR times Tn minus 1, where OR is just the letter we use to represent the common ratio, or the number we're multiplying each term by to get the next term. And so in maths, we're always going to be looking at what information we're given and what information we're looking for. And so if we want to see whether or not this rule applies, we first of all need to see if we're given the common ratio, and we can see that we're not. We're just given the terms. So we actually need to rearrange this a bit to determine whether or not this rule applies, because we're given the terms and not the ratio. So we can actually divide across by Tn minus 1, and we're going to see that OR is going to be Tn divided by Tn minus 1. And so what this means in practice is that if we're given at least 3 terms, and it does need to be at least 3, we wouldn't be able to do it with just 2 terms, because that wouldn't be enough to form a pattern. But unlike with arithmetic patterns, we're just going to be multiplying it each time rather than adding, so we need to make sure that that's what's happening here. And so to find OR, we're just going to take the first 2 terms, so we're going to have 12 being our T2, and the term before that is going to be T1, which is going to be 3. And so if we divide 12 by 3, we're going to see that OR for the first 2 terms is going to be 4. And so this is kind of working in reverse. So rather than multiplying OR by T1 to find T2, we're just dividing T2 by T1 to find OR. And so now we just repeat the process for the second and third term. So we're going to have the third term divided by the second term to make sure that this is also going to be equal to the same ratio of OR, and 48 over 12 is actually going to be equal to 4 as well. And that means that these 3 terms, T1, T2, and T1, T2, and T3, are actually going to form a geometric pattern. And so the answer is yes, it's geometric. And that's going to be it for this question.